Okay, SoloGamer back, and we're still playing level 7, Escape. And when we left, it was going to be this guy's turn. Now, he had been knocked out and sent to the infirmary. So what you do is you remove 1 threat point when you were knocked out. So you moved to a threat point, and you set your fear back down to 4. We drew 4 new adrenaline cards because that's all he can carry now since his vitality is now at 4. And he will move to any tile with a vent on it. And guess what? He moves to this tile right here with her, which he can do. Unfortunately though, since now that they are together, they each gain a threat. So he will gain a threat, she will gain a threat. Okay. Now he will try to peek. Oh, we got the Devil Intelligence icon. So we put the A-lift here, and lockdown begins. Okay, so let's see what happens at lockdown. When lockdown starts, 1 guard spawns on each security tile and guard post, starting one closest to the A-lift. Okay, then all guards activate. And we do them in order. So this guard will move here. He will move here. He will move here. Yeah, okay. There we go. Okay. Now, they've all activated. We kind of cheaped out and won it kind of easily this time. We got lucky right there. So all he has to do is move here. And now he has escaped. Now, since he escaped, we wouldn't use a lockdown token. But let's say he didn't make it, okay, to the elevator. Let's say he was all the way over here, and he moved, and that was be the end of his turn, and she'd found the elevator. Well, then you'd have to take a lockdown token off of there. And then after that, he only has 1 more turn to get to the freaking elevator. So if he's on the other side of the building, you gotta hope you can get to a vent or something, or somehow get over there. Okay? But since he successfully made it to the elevator, which is right there, he doesn't have to burn a lockdown, take a lockdown token off. He made it. Okay, so that was his turn. Now we do an event card. Okay? We do not spawn. You do not spawn any more enemies once lockdown begins. And since that tile had none of this stuff on there, we won't do any of that. All we will do is activate what it says, and we will activate the guards. Now you're supposed to do them in order, but this is a little confusing. I guess he will move 1. He'll move 1. He'll move 1. And he'll move 1. Okay. And then it's her turn. And she just moves here. And she got out. Huh. Simple. Okay. So what do you think? Now, just let's keep in mind a couple things before we judge this scenario or this game. First of all, this was the first scenario, so I probably did make a few mistakes. I know one time I made a mistake about the darkness thing, and I probably made a few more others. Also, this is the first basic setup scenario for the game that kind of just teaches you how to play. So it was kind of vanilla. We didn't use any item cards. There are other monsters we could get to. There are these type of monsters, which are these hybrid type things. There are big then you have like the big real threat monsters. You have like these things that come into play. These are right here. They look pretty nasty. And you have these big things right here that come into play. As you see, they're 6 and 6. And then you have the main villain, I guess, is Dr. Kronos guy in there. But we didn't get to any of those because they're not in the first scenario. So, like I said, this scenario is kind of a little bland. And the reason it's a little bland is because it's the first scenario and it's teaching you how to play the basics. So you can't really judge this game on that. As you can see, it played, smoothly, easy. Flip a tile, resolve an event, next person goes. Move, flip a tile, resolve an event, next person goes. Okay. A little basic, simple. Okay. So that was, you know, basic, simple, you know, kind of vanilla type-ish thing. So next scenario, when we play, we're going to play another scenario, and they'll probably add more stuff in there and all that kind of good stuff, and more varieties and stuff, which there is. I'm sure there is. So let's not judge it too much on this scenario right here. This was just basically show you how the game plays, basically, and the basic game rules. And, you know, not on, ooh, is it real scary, or ooh, I feel a sense of doom, or oh my god, I'm not going to make it, because, man, we lucked out with that right there at the end, that finding that with two people in the same pile. And that was kind of a cheap way for us to win, but we won. I'm sure there's cheap ways for us to lose. So, you know, let's keep an open mind for the time being on whether or not you would like this game if you played it or not, because of the simple basic part of this scenario. So that's SoloGamer saying, again, next time we play level 7, we're going to play another scenario. I would say we're going to play with different characters, which we are, but it's not going to matter. And that is a little bit of a bugaboo in this game. Every character's stats are the same, just except for the skill cards. I think they could have improved on that. I think tiles could have been a little bit bigger, or have some way to make the vents be seen a little bit more. Other than that, I really don't have much of a problem with the whole just basic move, explore, resolve an action, flip tile. I don't have a problem with that per se, as long as each scenario varies a little different, which I'm sure they do, and you start adding variety into it, which I'm sure they do. I really don't have a problem with that. I mean, like, it's like zombie side, move, fight zombie, explore, move, fight zombie, explore. Okay. Matches of Madness is basically the same way, except that's a little bit more of a narrative driven. So, you know, yeah, there are a lot of games like that, and the market really didn't need another game like that, but depending on the theme and, you know, I see no reason as of this point yet to see why this game has gotten such a bad rap. Maybe coming later on I will, but so far it's okay. Okay, it's not great, but it's not bad. But this was just the first basic vanilla scenario. So this is SoloGamer saying, until the next time, have fun.